Hey, welcome to my channel. My name is Jeannie Lynch, and you're about to watch a video that has been repurposed and repackaged for my YouTube community, but also because two things are going on. You're getting ready to be in front of a camera or getting ready to do a podcast, either with me or with someone else, and you want to make sure you're doing the best. And what I mean by the best is you're doing those little tips and tricks that can help you present yourself in a really positive way. And I call this an expert advice because I believe I truly have made every single mistake possible being behind a camera for the last 17 years and interviewing and meeting with people and highlighting them on my channel and other social media platforms. So I did this specific video for a whole partnership that I have with Sanctuary Publishing, and then so many people need this and need to know this that I thought, well, why don't I just do a little repackaged branding for others who are interested in being in front of the camera and being the best that they can be. So also suggesting this to people who are getting ready to do an interview with me. So maybe that's you, in which case please watch this before we do our interview, and my job's to make you look good. So I think this video will make it a little bit easier for you. If you know what I know, if you've made the mistakes I've made, you too can call yourself an expert. Okay, enjoy. It's coming up next. I appreciate your time and courtesy. Have fun. Hey, Jeannie Lynch coming to you today. So excited to be helping you and assisting you today. So it's very clear to me that some of you might be experts at this because you've been running your own businesses and you know how to be on film. And because of Zoom and COVID, right, many of us have been running our businesses this way for a while. But to some of you, maybe not so much. Maybe this is your first experience being seen on camera. You're getting your first Zoom. You've never done this, you've never even been interviewed, and this is a little scary. So it doesn't matter whether you're an expert or this is your first time or you're a pro or So I'm going to share some tips and some tricks that I've learned in interviewing people for the last 17 years, being in front of a camera, by doing my YouTube videos, and also some cheaper ways to show up on camera, and so you don't feel like you have to go out and buy the fancy gear to get it done and to do it right. Are you ready? Let's do it. Okay, so let's just go over the gear stuff first. First off, I do have good gear, by the way, but what I'm going to show you is not expensive. So here's my lighting. Okay, $4.99 at Lowe's. What's in there for lighting is natural lighting. So natural lighting is the best lighting. So the most important thing you need to know about lighting is because you're in the UK and she's doing these interviews and the time zone is you're going to film at night when you do your recording, you got a bigger challenge than anything. Try to do your filming during the day and try to be by natural light. Natural light is the best and most important thing. So I cannot stress that enough. Natural light. If you have to be in regular light or you don't have natural light, you can't be in natural light, create natural light by getting natural light and setting it up. These are cheap ways to do this. You can buy these little things. The light bulbs are natural light. You can also go on Amazon and buy the ring lights, different sizes. These plug right into your computer and do it that way. It's not expensive. Okay, it's not expensive, but you must have lighting. Lighting truly is the key to being seen. It will also do wonders for your face. Trust me. Okay, let's go to sound next. This is a really nice mic. It's a $100 mic. It's not off the charts expensive. You can also do a lavalier. I think this is 20 bucks on Amazon. Goes right into a USB. There's other different ports that you can use. Sound is critical. Okay, so those are the first two things. We got lighting and sound nailed down. Notice my mic. If you're using a mic, you kind of need to be up against it. You hear the difference if I'm here. You hear the difference if I'm here. If you don't have a sound system and you're just using your computer, you've got bigger challenges. Your sound is going to suck. I'll just say it out loud. Okay, so be mindful of that. You might want to look at investing in some small sound. Okay, so now we're moving on to the way I'm in the camera. Okay, the way I'm in the camera right now is literally the goal. Okay, so if you notice, I've got it pulled in. See where I am in the frame? Okay, this is where you want to be. If you're on Zoom and you're way over here, way over there, or worse than that, you're way back and you're this tiny little head, you're in the wrong place. You want to be literally as centered as you can, and you want to be taking in the center and frame it up as close as you can to this. Let them crop you if they need to, but this is literally where you want to be. My head needs to be really close to the top. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. Okay. What I'm seeing on some of the videos, the head is like this. No. Okay. So hopefully you'll understand why that's important. Another really important thing is, I can spend a whole video just talking about this. Look at where I'm looking right now. I am gazing at a little green dot 6 inches above me. So if I'm looking at me when I'm doing my interview and I'm looking at Annette when she's asking me my questions, I'm gazing down, and guess what? I'm not looking at anything. In fact, if you're watching this right now, it probably seems like I'm totally disconnected. It might even look really even more disconnected if you're on Zoom view and it's on, panel view, and so it looks like I'm looking like this, or I'm looking off into the abyss. This loses the audience, and people will be clicking out of the video as quick as you can imagine. You need to be looking up, and even if you need to put a face or a smile or a little tag that says, look at this little green dot, you need to be staring off into the abyss so it looks as though you're looking right at the audience when you're talking. Critical for connection. I cannot stress that enough. So I'll say it again and again. Okay, so that really, really matters. So we got the where to look when you're doing these videos. If you're recording up and down instead of sideways like this, it's going to be wrong. Yep. You need to be, am I recording? You need to be holding it like this to do your recording, so that you can look like everybody else on the interview when I do the editing, or whoever does the editing for that video. Okay, are you with me? We're almost done. Stay with me. A couple more things to do. So look behind me. Everything matters. Everything matters. I've got the book I'm promoting. I've got my business information. Everything behind you is aesthetics, and everything around me matters. This is my it's my sandwich board. So if you don't want people to know that you have a mess in a kitchen behind you that needs cleaning, then my sense is you need to find a better place to record. So know that everything behind you matters. And then what you're wearing matters, right? So hair, makeup, it does absolutely matter. And then white, stay away from. Black, stay away from. Black and white, definitely stay away from. Busy patterns, be really mindful of. It will compete with you, and so you don't want to do that. You could have jewelry on, but stay away from things that click. No beads. If you're going to wear jewelry, make sure you're away from the desk so that it's not clicking and clanking, so that people don't hear it. Sound is critical. What else am I missing? Okay, let's get into a little bit of the messaging. The messaging truly means the answers to your questions. So I strongly suggest that you have a sense of how you would answer the questions prior to going into your interview. I like to give my interview people the questions ahead of time. So go over and answer the questions, even on paper. Be concise about how you would answer this. I'd like to think less is more. Rule of thumb is no more than 2 minutes for each question, and that way you can cover more in the interview. And then paraphrase, right? So as you're answering the question, it's a great idea to answer the question. That's a good question. The answer to that is, and then say the question back. It helps in editing, and it's also really good for the person who's listening. So do-overs are absolutely possible. So if you're in the middle of a question, you've answered it, you can't stand the way you've answered it, or you have a better answer to that question, ask for a do-over. You can also get to the end of an interview and say, you know, you never asked me this question. Is there any way we could put this in this interview? I forgot I even wanted to mention it. It is your interview. We are here to support you. So it's okay to certainly ask for those, because I'd like to think that the magic happens in editing. Okay, let's wrap up today's video so you're prepared for your next interview. Let's go. Today, hopefully I've helped you. I am here to love and support you. If you have any questions, if you need a one-on-one for video, this goes beyond this, guys. This gets you into podcasting. This gets you into interviewing. This gets you hopefully in asking people to be on your show, or working with people online as you grow your businesses, right? This gets you in front of social media, delivering your book and your message out to a broader audience. Hopefully this has helped. You found it informative. If you need more support, ask for what you need. Ask and it shall be given, right? Esther and Jerry Hicks. Jeannie Lynch, clicking off. I will see you out on video.